How you doing, guys? It is I, Chris, with Electric Rides. On the first ride, test run of the RadExpand 5, I did the assembly on this guy a few days ago, and I have been planning on doing some modding, even though I said I was going to try to keep it as stock as possible, to add a second battery to the back here. And my wife started giving me a hard time, saying that I haven't even ridden the bike yet, and I'm already planning on doing mods to it. And so I thought I should at least give it a test run, test it out, check out the motor, check out the range, see how fast it can go. 20 miles per hour is the class 2 on all rads, so I imagine it's going to be stuck at 20. The only thing I've done to it so far was put the phone mount on, and so I don't really think of that as a mod, but I've done that. Right now I've been planning on, like I said, putting the extra, my Rad runner battery when I'm not using it, and obviously using the RadExpand, taking that, putting it on this, and using a dual battery that route. I ordered a battery adapter from greenbikekit.com, but it's shipping from China, so who knows when it'll get here. I was going to get the one from Area 13 again, but they are sold out. I don't want to spend $600 or whatever, $300 on a Data X2 adapter, even though that'd probably be the best option, but they're super expensive. I've still been looking into getting a egg rider for the display, but everywhere is sold out as well. Big Game Bikes still sold out, and even eggrider.com, the official site, is sold out. But then again, they still don't take PayPal, so I don't know how I'm gonna buy it once it's back in stock. They only take bank transfers, and so who knows how I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I'm gonna take this guy for a ride, test it out, and see if it's probably gonna get the same range as my stock Rad Runner did, which was about 25 miles, just full throttle. No, 20 miles per throttle, usually up to 30 miles with pedal assist. But yeah, let's take it for a ride. This is my hill climb test that I always do. I don't have a lot of hills in my area, so this is what I do to just test the hill climbability. So 3, 2, 1, and go. No problem. I can tell that the RadExpand, the controller on it is way ratcheted down. Rad always has a controller that tries to be like as smooth as possible. So smooth acceleration, top speed of 20, and not a lot of crazy torque or power. So that's pretty much what I've been getting on this guy, which isn't bad. The lack of a front suspension is noticeable. The few bumps that I've already gone over have been pretty rough. I have the tires all the way up to 25 psi, so they're pretty firm. Ghost pedaling at 20. Going downhill this little bit, so that's to be expected. Freewheel on this thing is pretty loud. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it's louder than the motor, way louder than the tires. The Rad Runner tires are pretty loud when I had them. These are the CST Knobby tires, semi-Knobby tires. You can tell, you can hear them, but they're not terrible. That was one thing I didn't like about the Rad tires, or the Runner tires, is that they were super loud. These ones, like I said, you can hear them, but just they're not as obnoxious. But that freewheel is super loud. Just the ratcheting part of it. But yeah, it's definitely have a more upright riding position than the Runner. The frame styling obviously looks a little bit different, but really the same, just slight variations. But then again, I haven't rid a stock Runner in a year, so I'm just going by memory. The grips aren't too bad. They're twisty, so if you grip them too hard, they're gonna twist on you. They're just friction grips. The more I'm seeing the micro shift derailleur shifter, the more I'm liking it. Crazy kids. Just keep going. I hate that intersection. Everybody just flies by. It's not even a major street, but everybody acts like it is. But yeah, what I was saying of the derailleur, the shifter, the Shimano Altus shifter, just by using it and everything like that, is just so obnoxious. I hate having to put my thumb up to shift versus the micro shift is right there. You just barely move your thumb up and bam bam. Let's go for some low pedal assist. Get some exercise in. Probably I need to adjust the brakes. I forgot I need to do that now. My runner, I put hydraulic brakes on there, and so it's pretty good to go. Anytime I need to take off the wheel or put it back on, it's ready to go. But the cable brakes, every time I take the tire off and put it back on, they'll need to be adjusted again, which is a 5 to 10 minute ordeal. Sometimes longer if it wants to be finicky. There's a little bit of brake rub. But yeah, it seems like e-bikes have the summer is over, fall is here, and so the e-bike kind of freaking gnats. E-bike craziness, new releases and crazy news is kind of over. There's a few here, new releases here and there, some news, but it seems like it's kind of died down. I have park right in the crosswalk. Knobby tires are one of those things that I don't like riding with knobby tires on because they're just so loud when you're on pavement. But then when you have street tires on, you always feel that desire to want to when you got street tires on, you always want to go off-roading. But of course, your tires are just going to slip out from on you and have problems. Let's go a little bit of off-roading on this. Yeah. Front handlebar. That front fork is very rigid. Especially with the tires almost all the way full. For just road riding, it's not that big of a deal, but once you get any kind of bumps on you, it's kind of bad. I like the handlebars. They're kind of that low-rise BMX. Way better than the straight bar that you've seen on most other folding bikes. I definitely like it. I'm gonna turn off my video here and turn off my front-facing video or rear-facing video and just go audio now. Now we got a speedometer again. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, bugs out. Ugh. Oh. Oh, you can tell that. Let's go this way. That little hill climb there I just did, up the just a little bit. Ugh. I have no problem with the 35 amp controller, but the stock RadExpand controller, yeah, a little wimpy. I just realized I don't have any flat protection in the rear tire. The front tire, I put slime in it, and I used an old inner tube as a liner, but I have not done anything to the rear tire, which is not smart. I should probably get back on the trail. These tires, all economy e-bike tires, like to say that they're puncture resistant, but the resistance they offer is, not much. Oh yeah, jeez. I haven't done this ride in a while. Usually been going south instead of going north. Or just testing the bikes around the park in my area. There's been a lot of mosquitoes out and grasshoppers and bugs in general, so the rides haven't been very pleasant. Every 5 seconds you get smacked in the face with a bug. I bought a full-faced helmet because I had a crash a while back. Nothing bad, but I crashed and thought it might be a good idea, since my runner is going about 28, 29 miles per hour. The Troxis goes 28 miles per hour with pedals. That's a whole nother story. And then, I put street tires on it, so I'm just slipping and sliding every time I go off road. And so I thought I could get a full face helmet from Bell. I haven't even opened it yet, but winter's coming, and when you have a full face helmet, it definitely helps with the cold. As well as now I just realized I can put a windshield or a visor, not a visor, they just called it a shield, I believe. A shield. And you don't have to worry about wind. And you don't have to worry about cold, and you don't have to worry about bugs. Haven't even unboxed it yet, so I gotta unbox that and buy the shield for it too. I think freaking Bell wants like this is something like $30-40 for their shields, which is crazy. All it is just clear plastic, right? Clear plastic that kind of cut and curved. The old man in me is coming out. Those prices are outrageous. Shouldn't be that much. Right ahead, dude. Jeez. It's with the crosswalk. Why is everybody stopping? Oh yeah, the crosswalk. So what am I gonna do? Turn left right in front of the bike guy. This road right here is where it really comes in handy to have the extra speed of the faster motor. Because the bike lane stops. And of course, I don't have a rear mirror. Bike lane stops about right here, and it goes into that highway no bike lane thing. Probably should have crossed over. This one has a bike lane on this side here, nice and big. The other side is the danger zone.
Call Kenny Loggins, because you're in the danger zone.
Haven't had any noticeable air leakage from the back tire, so that's good. Especially since I'm miles away from home. This does not do mileage. Distance out at 2.8 miles so far. And I went about a mile without turning my GPS up. Maybe a mile and a half without putting my GPS on. It's nice just having a chill ride. Not really anything to talk about. This seat on the RadExpand, a little hard. It's a little firm. Might need to replace that guy. In my opinion, it's kind of just as bad as the Rad Runner seat, the Rad Runner 1 seat. Car over there. Not as wide. So maybe a little bit more comfortable as far as seats go, but it's definitely not ideal. Down to 4 bars on the battery now. I've been mostly throttle this whole time. Start pedaling. Probably have to raise the seat to do any major pedaling. Fields like this, and I want to go jump and do some off-roading. I've been watching so many Teleria videos and Suron videos, and heck, even Super 73 off-roading videos. So I got the urge to do some off-roading. But none of my bikes are really built for off-roading. They can do it. I've done some off-roading on the Runner, especially with the upgrades. It handles pretty much most things. But of course, like I said, it doesn't have the Knobby tires on right now. Oh, is that an e-bike? I guess that's technically an e-bike, an e-scooter. That's adorable. She was adorable. Smiling. Doing the e-bike grin. Jeez, you can really hear that derailleur ratchet. There's walls to the, like solid fencing to the right of me, so there you can hear the echo. I don't know if Rad used a cheap derailleur, or not derailleur, I keep saying derailleur, a cheap freewheel, which is why it's so loud. But I don't remember my Runner being this loud. Back to 5 bars on the battery. So maybe it was voltage sag. Oof. Little mini speed bump. 21 miles per hour, according to GPS. Just burning up the trail. Oh, big group of family. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey. Super 73, I recognize that. I didn't recognize any of the other bikes. Maybe I'll, the footage is good enough, maybe I'll play it back and see what they were. There was one that looked like those like cafe racer style e-bike. It's kind of funny. I'm a dog person, and so when you're walking on the trail and you see somebody with a dog, you look at the dog and you start talking to the person like, hey, how you doing? And you're looking at the dog the whole time, or even if you do talk to the dog, hey buddy, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? The person just standing there with a leash is like, I'm here too. It's kind of that same way with e-bikes to a lesser extent, but everybody rode by. I was like, hey, how you doing? Hi. All the while I'm looking at their bikes, thinking, oh, what kind of bike is that? What kind of bike is that? Three bars now. 4 with no throttle. Let's do some pedaling. There's a cemetery up here. It's okay, and kind of a nice, obviously cemeteries are usually pretty peaceful, and even though they're cemeteries, they're usually pretty beautiful. Let's do a lap around that. See what any kind of new development they've done in the campgrounds around this area. Never know the etiquette of graveyards, cemeteries. Should I not ride around it? I know it's not a park or anything, but I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just riding around. No motor power. Hear the grind. Never noticed there's very few graves at this graveyard, and none in the center. Pedaling the Expand isn't too bad. My seat isn't at the best position. I don't get full leg extension, or even near it. Just that seat. Seat is terrible. I'm riding for, say, about 30 minutes now. The seat has got to go. There's Uranus. Grinding on the front there. Or burned it in. Just the dirt cause that. Need a little loud. This is going to be the end of part one of this ride. Definitely appreciate everybody coming along. Please support the channel. Please subscribe and like. If you are purchasing a Rad Runner or Rad Power Bikes, then please use my referral. Get $50 off. Hey puppy. Hi buddy. Get $50 off your order, and that gives me a $50 gift card, which is how I got this bike in the first place. Thanks to all of you who used the referral link. Paid for pretty much this bike. Rad didn't give it to me, and I sure as hell can't afford it. So thank you for everybody who used that link. There's a Hemiway one too. Since I did a big dog video, I've been sticking that in my videos too. Not as popular, but people still use it. I appreciate any support you can give. And yeah, stay tuned for part two, coming soon. I'm gonna U-turn here and start part two. Thanks.